Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island, Season 11, Episode 6.
Listen here, I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment. I need all of that from y'all. That's all I need from y'all. Blair, you ready?
I'm ready.
Walk us through this, please.
So Mimii is on her date with Omar. She fills him in on the recoupling, and they're getting to know each other, learning where they're from. We find out that he is a PE teacher, and he's from London.
Yeah.
Now, Jess and Uma are talking. Uma doesn't want to be involved in the Joey-Samantha situation, so she decided not to choose Joey. She sees their connection, and she sees that it's strong.
Oh, man, that really brought my hopes down. I wanted Uma to come and destroy that for me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Ayo has shown Uma the most, and that's why she is choosing him.
And, you know, he's better looking, too.
Well, Jess's eyes have been opened from Ronnie's speech. The speech was wild, y'all.
It was pretty wild.
It was kind of wild. Joey says, you said more about the other person than you did for her. And Ronnie is, and Joey's like, so I guess the other person's Harriet, and the other person is Harriet. Yes.
Listen here, Ronnie, you can't use the excuse, as we gonna hear him say throughout this episode, I'm not good with words. You may not be good with words, or you may want to try to use that excuse, but you definitely was very clear with your words on how you felt about Jessica.
Well,
so it's not even so much that nobody's telling you to be a wordsmith and say sweet nothings, but you basically was like, I'm picking this person, but just know I'm not picking this person, y'all. I'm still a free man, but I'm used to her. So just come on. You know what I'm saying? Like that's basically what you did,
Right. Well, Harriet and Patsy chat. Ronnie is gunning for you is what Patsy is saying. He said what he said in front of everyone, including Jess. Harriet doesn't really want to do like a love triangle situation again, but she's not going to close herself off from Ronnie.
Well, you bet not, or else you would be off the island.
Yeah.
And I want to stick on Patsy a little bit. She's just a little too free for me, meaning that she is basically everybody's venting partner. Like she's always talking to somebody when they getting their issue off. But I do not see her with her connection. Who is her connection again?
Munveer, I thought.
Munveer.
Yeah.
Where you at, Munveer, my man? Like you were supposed to be the ladies' man. You over here telling people that, don't be jealous when I'm out there. But I haven't seen you at all this episode. Hey, get your lady Patsy.
Yeah.
Okay, because Patsy, you are on the show to find love, not to be someone's right-hand lady and walk them through whatever issues they have.
Yeah, Patsy needs a connection, true connection as well.
Yeah.
So we've got Kieran, Ayo, and Ronnie. Ayo says his choice would have been Mimii if he was given the opportunity.
Yeah.
He really doesn't like hearing that she's on a date with another man. And honestly, I think that that's really only what his mind is on.
Pretty much.
I think that he was just happy that he didn't have to make the choice. And as we see later on, I feel like he also is trying not to make the choice.
No, he's still in
every possible way.
Exactly.
Well, Harriet and Sean, she appreciates Sean for picking her. He's genuinely feeling her, and he wants to be her top choice. But honestly, Sean, I feel like you're climbing up a hill that is too steep for you. Like, Harriet has her eyes on Ronnie. I don't think anything's going to happen with her and Sean.
I think Harriet even got her eyes on Kieran, right? I'm going to get his name right between one of these episodes.
Still?
Huh? Yes, right? Okay. I think she just hurt.
Yeah.
And she has every right to be. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take that from her. She is settling for Ronnie in the sense of, like, he's good looking, he's cute too, Sean, you are basically Sam. Like you are basically who Sam was to Samantha.
Yeah.
Like that's basically what you are.
Just here.
You are last place. You get what I'm saying? And you just a gentleman. You are the guy who brings her coffee when her connection didn't bring her coffee. You get what I'm saying?
So Jess and Ronnie finally talk.
Yeah.
Jess tells Ronnie poor choice of words.
Worse than that.
Just poor choice of words.
Yeah.
Ronnie said that his words were wrong, and he does apologize for that. She says she's fine that they're open to other people, but just the fact that he said what he said in front of everybody, it was just really messed up. She's like, you barely said anything nice about me.
Yeah.
My thing about that was just that, honestly, I kind of wish Ronnie would have stood 10 toes down. He meant what he said.
100%.
So even though he's apologizing just for the sake of apologizing, he feels how he feels about Harriet, and we get to see it throughout the episode of how much more he's kind of feeling Harriet than Jess. So.
You're right.
Why apologize if you're not sorry, y'all? Anyway, Uma and Ayo. So Uma is feeling bad about Mimii.
Yeah.
She ain't feeling that bad. You took her man.
Yeah, pretty much.
She still wants Ayo to explore Mimii if that's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
She says, you were just my favorite. And he says he is happy. She's happy with the decision as well. He says he's interested in her. Uma's happy not to sleep alone. He says he thinks about the kiss that he gave her a lot. It kind of seemed like he was trying to like scooch on in there and see if he could get another one, but she's talking about in due time. She's kind of like a closed flower right now, and she'll blossom when she's ready.
Don't be a closed flower now.
I'm just like, Uma, you literally kissed every guy in the villa. What are we talking about?
Now when we boyfriend girlfriend, kind of figuratively, don't try to like treat me like differently than when you was out here being loose. When you was out here loose kissing all my blindfolded brothers, you was tonguing me down. You took me to the hideaway. We was talking and all that stuff. Now that we actually connected, you like, I'm a closed flower, and I'm just like, oh, don't you hate when that happens? You hate? I hate when that happens. Now all of a sudden she want to get saved and change her life for the Lord. Okay. It's like, oh my goodness, why this?
Okay.
Now here's my point. Here's my problem with Ayo, right? I think the problem with Ayo is that Ayo is too much. I hear how he really feels, but I think he get caught up in moments, right?
Yeah.
And when he get caught up in moments and you say things, them girls go take it back and they go talk amongst it, right?
Yeah.
So in that moment, he was like, I really can't stop thinking about that kiss, right? In that moment, he's just feeling that heat below his belly. You get what I'm saying? He's feeling something, but
loaded in the belly.
Yeah, very loaded. You know what I mean? But I feel like he really likes Mimii though.
Yeah.
But his it's just like, I got another attractive woman here.
Exactly, and I'm just like, I think that's exactly what it is. Uma's beautiful. She's right in front of me.
Yeah.
Why would I not tell her I want to be into her and kiss her again and all this type of stuff? Even though his head and his heart still kind of lies more so with Mimii. He's got that stronger connection, and I feel like I even see it on the screen.
I feel it.
Yeah, I feel like they're just the same vibe. Like they seem to complement each other well. Well, moving on to Kieran and Nicole. Nicole really liked his speech, and they are excited that they get to share a bed together. And they joke around how he doesn't have to sleep outside anymore, and then they share a kiss.
Man, they were like, finally we are together.
Back to Mimii and Omar. They both say that they're each other's type. They talk about their last dating experiences. She was in a 2-year relationship, and he has never been in a relationship.
Interesting.
He says that he's looking for love, and previously it's just been a roller coaster of emotions with other women. My thing with Omar is I don't believe him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't believe him. Not to say I don't believe he's never been in a relationship. I think that was probably by his choice.
Oh, okay.
Like he's kept people in situationships in which people end up losing their mind because why are you lying to me? That's how it comes across to me. So even though Mimii, like you're here, you're enjoying yourself, I don't get genuine from Omar. I just don't. I get here for a good time, not a long time.
Here's the thing about Omar and Mimii, right? Even though aesthetically they do look like beautiful because they are beautiful. Right. Mimii, I need more personality. It was a boring date. Yeah. The only fun part about the date was that the fact that I wonder what's Ayo thinking. Yeah. Like it nothing that they were saying made me go, oh, this is a connection.
Not at all.
Dude, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think they both played a part in not having a connection right there. Even with her saying, like, you are my type. How can I put this? Ayo said to Uma, you are my type on paper. Right, he told her, right, and then he's flirting with her, basically saying like, I can't stop thinking about your lips and things like that. Basically, like trying to get another kiss, right? Mimii, how do you act when someone's your type, right? I'm not saying be loosey goosey with it, but it's like you say like, you are my type, and then you just left it there.
But I think it's because she's probably looking for the guy to do the heavy lifting and the work.
Yeah.
But this is a show with competition to where you could be kicked off the island. So it's not your regular life to where, you know, she's a very beautiful girl.
Yeah.
She probably doesn't have to do much in order for people to want to come up to her and talk to her
You're
and
right.
stuff like that.
You're right.
But in this house, like you do kind of have to like show interest and kind of put your personality and yourself out there on the forefront.
You're right.
And it's like she's kind of like you said, showing a little bit of interest and then allowing the guy or wanting the guy to come the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And that's not going to keep her on the show, I don't think.
No. And then she did say last episode or a couple episodes ago that she don't like to compete.
Yeah.
While she's on Love Island.
Right.
Yeah.
So all the girls, you know, except for Mimii, are together, and she was glad that he didn't try to kiss her and he pulled away. This is talking about Uma, and she's filling the girls in on her discussion with Ayo.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps thinking about their kisses. Nicole shares that she kissed Kieran, and Harriet is just like, it is what it is. Like Nicole doesn't want to hold back her excitement, but she also doesn't want to rub anything in Harriet's face.
It's life, Harriet.
Yeah. So Mimii ends up coming back with Omar.
Mm-hmm.
Uma immediately beelines to Mimii and tells her that she's happy she's still here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, really? I couldn't tell.
Wow.
I wouldn't be mad at Uma, but I would just be like, we ain't got to be that cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could be cool, but like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're still here. Oh, thanks. Okay.
I appreciate it. Mm-hmm.
So she tells the girls that he's 25, 6'1", really flirty and funny. Omar tells the guys that he is open to getting to know her more.
Yeah.
Samantha and Joey,
It's a weird scene.
She's asking him if he's happy. And he just feels relieved. She appreciates his lovely words. She feels that they are the king and queen of the villa.
Stop right there for a second. What do you think he meant by relieved? Because it was his choice to make.
Yeah.
Of who he wanted. It's not like he was under the pressure of someone making a choice for him.
Well, Uma could have possibly chosen him. So maybe he was a little bit just like, how are things going to play out? What do I want to do if I get chosen by Uma? Like, how am I going to play this? And it just turned out that he didn't have to really choose Uma. She didn't choose him.
That's fair. My thing with Joey is, since Uma's not going to do the dirty work of breaking them up, I think he's going to get tired of her.
Yeah.
Especially if she's talking like, we are the king and queen of the villa. You hold yourself in such high regard.
Yeah.
How are you the queen when you came in with me?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You wasn't even rated number 1 in the rating game. But you think you're the queen because you view Joey as the prize.
Right.
You view Joey as the king, basically the social media celebrity and things like that. And to Blair's part, if you go back and listen to a prior episode, when Joey and Uma went to the hideaway and Samantha's crying, she felt that golden ticket slipping through her fingers.
Yeah.
She said, oh my goodness, we won't be on no commercials. Oh my goodness, we won't be, together and things like that. I won't be able to go to these fashion shows and things of that nature. Hey, I think Samantha is going to basically suffocate Joey.
Yeah. And
basically Joey gonna be like, I need a break.
And I already feel that Joey is just losing interest. Honestly, I didn't feel like he was that interested from the beginning. She was probably just the top pick out of his choices. Yeah. But like, if I'm looking to how Nicole and Harriet are interacting, even Ayo, how he interacts with Uma and Mimii, I'm just like, Joey is not trying at all with Samantha. He's just here, and Samantha is just happy to be beside him, honestly.
there is something too, if I was to speak from a guy perspective. Okay. When the girl likes you just a little too much, there is something to, like, a guy wants to conquer. A guy wants to chase. You get what I'm saying? And if you make it too easy and you kind of like me a little too much, then the guy will kind of feel like, oh, okay, is this it? Like you ain't giving me nothing to work for. Like, you ain't saying no to nothing I asked for, Yeah. So I think Joey is going to get bored with Samantha very fast. And I don't know who see, that's the thing about it. People are still coming in the house. Yeah. It can be somebody else.
It could be. It could be a whole new person that he actually clicks with.
A whole new woman who's probably known on social media and probably a reality TV star herself in her own right. And that'd be the real queen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Uh-huh. Well, Jess and Manveer go to the hideaway terrace.
Manveer on the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally, we get to see him talking to somebody. So he's asking her where her head is at, and she's happy to get to know him, but she she's honest and tells him that there's really no spark here.
Oh my goodness.
She thinks that they do have things in common, so something possibly could blossom. Manveer does understand that she's more connected to Ronnie and pretty much just reiterates what she says, and that's kind of the end of the conversation.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I feel like Manveer didn't even try. Like, he was just like, oh, okay, you don't feel the spark? Well, all right.
Yeah.
I'm just like, he's not trying with anybody.
Manveer.
Maybe he's really uncomfortable, or maybe none of these women he's into.
It's not that. Manveer is a gentleman, right? He tried to come off as if he's like, don't be jealous. Don't worry about it if I'm over here in the streets. You get what I'm saying? But really, he probably was raised in church, probably was raised to say please and thank you, probably was raised to, help old lady cross the street. You get what I'm saying?
And that's a beautiful thing, but not for Love Island.
Not for this show, buddy.
Right.
Get him out of here. You get what I'm saying? That's why he picked Patsy. You know what I'm saying? How you pick Patsy, but you're talking to Jess? Yeah. Like get Patsy. She's talking to everybody. You get what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with him being a gentleman, but it's like for Love Island, it's not even gonna work.
Yeah. So Harriet pulls Ronnie. Ronnie says that everything he said was honest in his speech. It just came out wrong. Harriet wasn't expecting him to say everything that he did say. She says, it is another love triangle. So she's a little bit hesitant about that. But Ronnie is just like, well, what if it works out? Well, Ronnie, you didn't choose me.
Ronnie.
So I'm not going to put my eggs in your basket, okay? Like this, the words and everything is beautiful, but you're like, it's a love triangle, but maybe it'll work out. You didn't choose me.
I'm not good with words, though, Blair. Okay.
Are you good with decisions?
No.
Okay. So Mimii and Ayo, they talk. Mimii jokes, I'm still here. Like, I'm sorry you have to deal with me. He asks if she's happy, and she says she's happy to be here. And she said basically, like, it should have been me, but we'll see. Honestly, I don't know what Mimi's talking about. It should have been me. Being with Ayo, like, I feel like Mimi's being vague and coy on purpose, and I'm just like, I'm not interested. I'm not interested to figure it out. Maybe Ayo is. I mean, he's there. He's the one who wants to be with her. Maybe, possibly. Who knows?
Well, this joke that's on social media where, like, they said this is how women flirt.
Oh, and that's what she's doing. Okay.
Oh my goodness, he turned me down, guys. Like, I think Mimii is like, this is her way of flirting, and it's like, it sounds good in her head, but when we hear it, it's like, we'll see. I'm like, we'll see what? like you get what I'm saying? Like, so I think this is her way of basically saying, I'm still interested in you, but it's not translating
at all
to where we can actually understand what she means. You get what I'm saying?
If y'all understand, put it down and translate Mimii for us.
Anybody comment. We haven't got a comment on the show at all. We talking to ourselves.
Exactly. That's all right though. But please chime in. So everyone gets in bed with their new couples. Mimii and Omar are in separate beds in a separate room because they are not technically coupled up.
That's true.
Well, it's a brand new day in the villa. Omar and Uma talk. Omar said that if Uma was in the club, he would choose her, and he thinks that they could get along. He wants to know more about, basically about her, and get to know her personality some more.
What did I tell y'all last episode? I know I'm just talking to Blair, and hopefully I'm talking to y'all, right? I said, watch out for Uma. She is the type to, if Mimii likes Omar, she's going to take Omar. And she's going to play that coy like, oh my God, girl, I couldn't even look at you. Like, I'm sorry. But you realize that she only talked to 3 guys since she's been on this island. And one of them was Mimi's interest. The other one is Joey, which is a celebrity in some fashion. And the new guy. Yeah. The other guy's been there. She haven't had a conversation with nan one of them. But you want to talk to my old interest and my new interest? Uma. Keep your eyes on Uma. I'm telling you.
Well, Nicole gets a text. It is time for her and Kieran to go on their first date to the beach. Okay. He thinks Nicole would get along with his mom. Her mom told her to stay away from rugby players because her ex was a rugby player. And the accents, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, it's kind of hard to pick up on some things. So he slept with somebody, and also I don't know rugby, so I don't know the positions. But basically, I think she said he slept with the frisbee. And
why did you run this by me first?
Because I figured I would get it, but as I'm talking about it, I didn't get it. Okay. So he slept with the frisbee. So UK people, if you can chime in.
And she just repeated it again.
But I'm thinking he slept with somebody on the team. So Kira said, I'll just have to prove to you and your family that y'all are wrong about rugby players. Okay. And then they share a kiss.
If we offended, I don't know what she's talking about or what she means by frisbee.
Okay. Well, Patsy and Omar. Patsy isn't feeling her coupling with Mumpier.
What? I chose you.
She would like to get to know Omar some more. They talk about her tattoos. She thinks some would look good on him. And she says, maybe Patsy. Maybe that would be a good look.
Dude, you see what I mean when I say when women flirt? Like, it just don't come off right.
Honestly, that felt better than what Mimi's doing.
Both are in hell.
Okay.
Basically, like, that's where the bar is when it comes to when they flirting. Why would I tattoo your name on me?
But at least I'm saying something that shows interest. I don't know what Mimi's saying.
Well, that's true.
Maybe it's me. Okay. Ronnie and Harriet. They agree that there is something there between them.
Okay.
Harriet is saying that Sean is a good guy, but honestly, she is kind of feeling Ronnie a little bit more.
Okay.
Jess is saying that Ronnie isn't trying to continue to talk to her and get to know her. Like, you say that you want to, but all day you've been pulling Harriet and having conversations with Harriet.
That's fair.
Jess and Samantha said that Harriet just seems to fancy all the guys. Pretty much just like she was talking to Joe and she was talking to so-and-so. I'm just like, well, we are here to talk to everybody, and it is day 6. So let's be realistic here.
I think Harriet is really feeling that last place that she was rated in episode 1. Like, she really feels like she's on the island alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Uma and Ayo were talking, but Mimii comes in to steal Ayo for a chat. Mimii asked him how his night was being coupled up, and he enjoyed it. He says that he would have chosen Mimii if he was given the chance, though. Mimii says that she's open. She's getting to know Omar because she owes that to herself.
Yeah, but here's the thing about Ayo. Ayo, be careful of trying to appease 2 people that you lie to one of them. Because I think he's towing that line.
He is of leading or stringing somebody along. Because it's just kind of like, what are your intentions really?
Yeah,
like where do you stand?
He's towing that line.
Nicole and Kieran get back from their date. Nicole tells the girls that, they talked about how his mom would love him. They kissed. Everything was perfect. The date couldn't have gone any better. Kieran is telling the guys that they kissed. Joey is just like, y'all look good together. Thank you, Joey.
EP Joey.
Exactly. Joey helped put this match together.
Exactly.
So Joey gets a text. They're all going to have a pre-love red party, #eBay. So this is like a eBay ad party, whatever.
Shout out to eBay.
Sean says that he's getting mixed signals from Harriet as they're getting ready. Like, he really just does not know where he stands with her.
Sean, you're getting 0 signals from Harriet. That's the only signal you're getting is yours. Yeah. There's no signal from Harriet.
So pretty much for this red party, everybody's just wearing red outfits. So we've got Mimii, Patsy, and Harriet. Mimii says that if she keeps talking to Ayo, she's going to catch feelings. And, she's just like, if you're going to like hold her hand or do little cutesy stuff, like just pull her to the terrace. Like, you don't have to do all that in front of me.
Talk about Uma.
Yes. Samantha apparently is a big fan of Joey. She's saying some things that I think are some of his quotables, and they're just like, oh, wow, you know a lot about him. And it's just kind of like, ugh, I don't think Joey's going to like that.
Nope.
Joey's just sitting there looking at her.
Groupie. Yep.
Uma comes to the girls, and Mimii walks away. But Uma's saying that Ayo is pretty much telling her what they're saying that he's telling Mimii as far as wanting to get to know her better and wanting to continue with their connection.
That's what I said, right?
So we get a game called Game of Dates. Yeah. There is a balloon. You have to pick somebody to help you pop the balloon, and then the balloon burster does the dare. Oh, Game of Dares. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So
it's okay. We getting there.
Yeah. So Samantha gets who would you want to take home to meet your family? She kisses Joey.
Yeah, Joey. Hey, Joey.
Sean gets the question, Snog the Islander you want to spend a night in the hideaway with, and he kisses Jess.
How come he didn't kiss Harriet?
I guess.
Actually, I think he did kiss Harriet. Did he kiss Harriet?
No, he kissed Jess. Yeah.
Interesting.
Kieran got, which Islander do you think has the most red flags? He just says Harriet.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm sorry, Harriet. Like, and then Harriet's like, you got the red flags. Just like, all right, let's not hold grudges. Okay. Ronnie gets Snog the 2 girls you think are the sexiest in the villa. He chooses Jess first, and then he chooses Harriet and kisses them in that order. Jess in the confessional is just pretty like, well, he did choose me first. And I'm just like, I don't know if that means anything, girl.
Listen, the speech he gave when he picked you was crazy.
Yep. Ayo chooses Nicole to pop his balloon.
Safe choice.
It's just like you didn't want to choose the 2 options that you have.
Nope.
He said Nicole.
Nicole, because Nicole is like the friend of the friend.
Right.
So like no one will feel no type of way. They all will laugh. It will stay goofy.
Right.
Besides, it would mean something deeper.
So he gets the question, Snog the Islander, that's 100% your type on paper. So now you have to make a choice.
Oh, no.
And he kisses Uma. And Mimii looked devastated.
Distraught again. Listen here. They go zoom in on that face of Mimii.
Yeah.
Because Mimii trying not to look, but the camera's right here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Listen here, man. Ayo. For one, you finally got that kiss because he was talking about he wanted to kiss her the night before. Basically, he was thinking about it. He got to kiss her again, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, you got your kiss. I think what happening is, I think he's playing a dangerous game with this. He knows that there's a stronger connection with Mimii. At least I think I feel it. Okay. Right? Because even though Mimii and Ayo aren't doing anything interesting, they both boring in some fashion, but I still feel like excited when I see them talk to each other because it's still interesting because I'm like, I feel their chemistry.
Right.
I think he knows or he's making a mistake of, I got Mimii. So let me just enjoy the game and I can always go back to Mimii. And that's the problem. You can play with time. Some people's feelings could get hurt. People can lie to you, and they don't know they're lying to you. They can say, hey, look, keep exploring. Like, like you have that right. But feelings get involved, and all of a sudden, you over there sitting next to Harriet and, like, upset Mimii. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I think he's kissing Uma. He's enjoying Uma. Yeah. Right? Because he really feels like he likes Mimii, and he feels their connection. He's like, I can always go back to Mimii. And that's dangerous. What did you think about what I said in, like, the episode?
Yeah, I agree with you that I think he thinks that Mimii is his safe choice and that she's going to be there and be interested in him. Yeah. He was a little bit nervous about the Omar situation, but I think that he's seeing that she's really not connecting and vibing with Omar in that way. And I also think Uma is a beautiful girl. Like, I think that just aesthetically, like, maybe he feels more of a draw to her, but I think that the true chemistry is with Mimii, and he knows that, but he's here to have fun and play the game. Yeah that's all I got.
Anything else?
Nope.
Listen, we will see you back here tomorrow. Y'all be good.
Bye.